People of the Purple Butterfly here, otherwise known as People of Seven on Twitter and YouTube, People elsewhere on the internet. My blog is located at purplebutterfly-people.blogspot.com, and my soaps, Purple Butterfly Soaps, is located at people.etsy.com. And approximately a year ago, actually it's just really past a year, I joined the It's All Mine Natural Hair Challenge 2014. Not only did I come to the challenge late, but I started with less hair than most people taking the challenge because I started out with, about half the length I got now, and then I immediately cut off 4 inches so I could start fresh with, no breakage, no split ends, so forth and so on. And I had hair that was dyed red, and I cut off all the red. I dyed what was left of the red back to my natural hair color, so that way the only thing I was left with was all natural hair. And I didn't even realize that a year had been up. February 14th would have been a year, until I looked at the date, and I was taking out my daughter's protective hairstyle, and then I went to do my protective hairstyle, and when I got ready to comb, it was like, stop in the middle, and it was going, how come it's dragging there? Well, usually when you comb, you go straight through to the end of your length, and I was stopping where I knew the hair stopped, but what I failed to account for was the fact that hair grows, and you have to continue to where your hair stops. And that's when I realized not only was the hair that I was about to put in for, another protective style shorter than the hair that's growing on my head, but hey, a year's been up already. So I'm here to show you my current length check. And yes, this is all mine. And it's not straightened and it's not blow dried or anything. I had it braided for a long time. I actually had it in, I started with box braids, and then I split those in half and had mini braids, and then those became micro braids. And then when I couldn't split it anymore, I just went ahead and took it down because it had been almost a month and it was getting kind of gooky. So I washed the hair yesterday and, conditioned it and everything and let it dry. And I'm going to put it back in another protective style so that way I can go another month, or at least until the weather stops being crazy in Cincinnati, because my hair takes almost 2.5 hours to dry under normal circumstances. If I blow dry it or use heat, it will take less time, but that can be damaging, and the more humidity in the air, the longer it takes. So, that being said, I'm also going to go over things that have helped me in case somebody else is going to do the challenge with me, because I am restarting my challenge as of, it's an uneven date, it's the 17th. So, as of tomorrow will be the 18th, but I'm just going to go ahead and say February the 14th again, so that way if anybody's joining me, they have a goal date. But I always use some 14-in-1. This is an excellent moisturizer that does 14 different things. I sometimes use mayonnaise on my hair when it needs a protein conditioner. I have a horn comb. So this is actually a buffalo horn comb. This is an ox horn comb. And I have wooden combs, okay? I do not use plastic on my hair. So if you have plastic combs, you want to get rid of the plastic and get you a good hardwood comb or a horn comb. Any comb that's made of natural substances, because for one, these will not cause static in your hair. And wooden combs especially won't cause static, and it's gentler for the hair, and your hair responds to it by growing, because there's no static, and there's no pulling, and there's no seams that you would get from a plastic comb. Plastic combs leave that seam like right in between the tines, and that can snag your hair. Also, water, water, water. Drink lots of it. Put your hair in a protective style. If you can't commit to a protective style 1 month at a time, then do 1 week up, 1 week down. That's how I do it. It's like I'll put it up in a bun for a week, and then I'll put it down in braids or whatever. It's very rare you see my hair all the way down like this, you know. And it was only down like this because I was combing through it. And that's when I realized, hey, wait a minute, this is a little longer than I remember. You know what I mean? Hold on a second. I'm going to comb it all the way out so you can see, because it's even that long in the back. So I go downstairs for something or another. I think I was after another cup of coffee, and my mom goes, wow, when did your hair get that long? And I'm going, what? Then I look in the mirror and went, oh, she doesn't know it hangs this far down. And I've noticed something, too. The curl pattern, the longer your hair gets, the more your curl pattern changes, because now you're dealing with gravity, making it lay a different way. So instead of the corkscrew curls, it kind of, you know. That's why I couldn't wear Afro after about 2 years of doing my hair natural, because instead of standing up and saying, hey, how you doing? It's going, alright. But, you know, you get used to that. There's things you could do if you really want your hair to stand up, like in an Afro. Like you could tease it, you could put gel on it or whatever. I don't do those things. If nothing else, I'll just curl it very, very tightly and then leave it in a pineapple, or, you know, use one of these to get like a puff type dealio going on. Because I've learned that if you try to go against what God gave you, then that's when your hair has issues and fights you on it. And when hair fights, it fights back, you get pregnant. So, you know. So, I'm restarting my challenge. So, this time next year, instead of being right here, well, hold on, at my clavicle, it should be 6 inches longer, which would be right here at my underarm. Or, you know, that general area be that long. There's certain things I won't say. But if I say my underarm, everybody can tell where that will be. So, anyway, this has been People7 on Twitter and YouTube. People elsewhere on the internet. My blog is located at purplebutterfly-people.blogspot.com. And my soaps, Purple Butterfly Soaps, can be located at people.etsy.com. So join me in the challenge. Make sure you eat properly. Make sure you drink lots of water. Take your multivitamins. Take care of your hair. A lot of protective styles. Make sure it's in a bonnet at night. And don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. And if you're going to join me, let me know. Bye now.